Alright, we're just gonna get stuck right in here, you know? Oh, we're feeling very blue. Very blue and very aquatic, oh my god. Dying. I'm like, what to do? I got a little thing wired up because I did a complete doofus maneuver, and I fired this thing up, and I was like, let's mess with the dimension oscillator, see if we can't coax a little bit more volume out of it, this and that, and see what else is in there. And I was like, I can't get it to work. I could not get it to work. And I was raging. Oh, it turns out I had the sequencer track muted. Very good job. Which is odd because you can't get the oscillator to tune itself unless it's receiving that pitch information. So it was sitting there like there's a little tiny frequency readout here. And I mean, it's microscopic. Like I can barely read it. Okay. And it's just sitting there at 0 hertz. And I'm like, well, you know work. And yeah, it was just because I had turned it off. Turned off the track. So let that be a lesson to you. I not a smart guy. Sometimes. All right, let's rig something up. I was looking down and I'm like, we got the labyrinth here. Might be kind of a good thing to try using it more than I am now. So let's do that. Let's do that. Let us
cradle the labyrinth up to our bosom. Hello, labyrinth.
I'm not sure why it would talk like that. That doesn't really make any sense at all. Wish you could actually see anything there. Oh, hi. Hi, there you are. Here, I'll hold it up like this really awkwardly. I won't. I can't. Dude, I was thinking about the my future plans, which is to get the ADAC what is it? It's like the mega skiff or the giga skiff or something like that. And it's like 192 HP skiff as like my control and mixing stuff. Put all of this, sequencers, all of that stuff like in the skiff. And I was like, number one, I could get, in fact, I actually have a long cable to the breakout box for the Vector. So I could probably snake a ribbon cable like through the bottom row of the case here and actually hook it up to the Vector if there's like any degree of wiggle room or perhaps semi-destructive construction that I could do to it. That's probably what's going to end up happening. But then I was like, that would be super, super cool because I would have 2 melodicers, the SIG, all of this stuff would be outboarded, which means I would have about 200 and something HP, well, about 192 HP, because that's how big the friggin' skiff is, of free space in here. And that gives me a lot of interesting freedom, because I could get the Luba back in here, I could do all kinds of stuff. I'd throw the ZDSP in here for a while, until I got tired of it taking up, like, a giant amount of space. Because that thing has the greatest reverb ever. All right, now, number one. This dude is just like going at insanely high speed, and there's really no reason for that. So let's give it a quarter note clock. Okay. And what I kind of want is something a little bit more pingy boingy. Can we get any more volume out of this thing? And the answer is no. No, we can't. We are in the key of D minor. Okay, actually, this is what I want to do. I want to trigger and tune this thing. And I think I'm going to have to just tune it to D. Levels that down. See, that sounds like an E flat to me. Where's my C? I had a thing going here. Is it not going anymore? It's not going. That's D. Tuning is a little bit of a chore on this boy. See, then we can use both oscillators. Actually, we could tune into a fifth. That would be badass. Okay. I think I just want to route this thing through the filter, so if we turn down the waveform bias completely here, and the fold amount, and just put the blend all the way over to the thing I can't read. Okay. Yeah, all the way to filter. Is it just me, or is everything really, really quiet? And why? Actually, what I also need to do is slow down the clock. Let's get down to like a cool 80... 84. 84 BP. Okay, now what I want to do is sequence amount both of these. Oh, I hit stop. Let's do a polyrhythmic madness session here. I think that would be fun. Hey, Tom Servo. Oh, we've got a super slow clock going into the other sequence. That's a problem. Okay, so let's do something real funky then. Let's do like let's give it like a 16th note triplet pulse down for a clock. That's really weird, and I love it. Oh, by the way, so my old trick of taking the melodicer or the Sega dicer, the Sig, the mellow Sig, and basically using it just to generate C's and G's, using it basically as like an ad hoc tuning oscillator, right? I've tried it with the Labyrinth, and it actually works pretty well. It feels like it tracks the volt per octave a little bit more accurately than the subharmonicon does. So like, here we got this here. See? Then we put that guy in. It's just spewing out random fifths. Then we can change the octaves. Oh yeah. Have you used VCV? VCV can be very frustrating. This is really pleasant. Honestly, I believe this is a thing that really kind of needs to go through. Oh, could we put it into the emitter? Will we have happiness there? Oh, yes, we will. Well, VCV is totally free, number one, and it's a little bit of an industry standard. But the great thing is that there are, and there probably are for Cherry Audio. Anyways, same thing. So we can loop this too. At least the tuning portion of it. Okay, so what do we need with this? Need a dang old filter, if you know what I mean. We absolutely need a dang old filter going down. I'm thinking, actually, this guy's going to go here. I'm going to have just a herd of giant white cables. This is a loop I set up with some Noam Chomsky voice stuff, which could sound quite nifty. So, voice stuff. So, we filter this, right? Actually, let's do the low pass, high pass sequential output, which is very useful. We'll kind of peak it in the middle, pop the resonance to make it kind of a wide band pass. So yeah, it's just really quiet. It feels super quiet to me. Let me see, what does OBS say? OBS says it's a little quiet too. I'm gonna have to watch that. The output of this thing, the overall output is really variable sometimes. And especially when I'm injecting signals in from outside stuff here, like this. So here's the thing though, we put this on wet pre-fader for the effects. Now the best way to learn is Subtractor. If you don't know how to program a basic monophonic subtractive synth, then modular is going to be an endless frustration. That, or here's what you do, and this all depends on your learning style. You just spend the money. You just get a chunk of stuff, and you force yourself to learn it, because otherwise you're absolutely wasting money. That would be a motivation for me. Be like, Jesus, man, don't be such a doofus. get off your ass and learn this stuff. And I probably would. But I've been programming synths since I was like 14. I got my first Casio CZ5000. And honestly, even before that, my dad was an electronic engineer. And so I grew up on him building circuits and us building circuits together, doing like synthesis and speech synthesis, really early computer stuff, like late 70s. I would say Reason is very modular. It's very modular. I mean, and you can use it as you see fit. If you don't want to use all the CV features, you don't have to. They just sit there. They're doing their thing. But when you start opening up to that and treating it, and again, I grew up on hardware because I'm 52, right? So I went to school for audio production and engineering and music performance. It was a huge thing. Oh man, just like allergies have been nasty lately. Insta phlegm. This is beautiful. Let me shut that other guy off. Oh, and the labyrinth. There's a bunch of stuff on right now. So there it is all the way open. That's a little better. Okay. The one thing I don't like in Reason is when you want to split a CV signal and stuff, you have to drag in another device to do that. Like, that's kind of dumb. And honestly, as an incredibly lazy man, that's one thing that stands in the way of me doing some interesting experimental stuff with the CV and Reason. This is really beautiful. Let's get a little bit less of the delay shimmer sound. So this is just the Imitor Versio. And the Dual Dagger by Chakmet. Then we can high pass this. Alright. Yeah, but keep in mind, this is a direct cost ratio, too. Like, if you have the money to spend on modular, I would recommend that route of just, set a budget, throw it on a subreddit, you'll get a bunch of people that tell you to get a maths, and then you'll get me saying, no, don't. It's not a good use of space, especially if you're limited, but it's my hill that I'm going to die on, people. This is goddamn beautiful. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my red and my purple lead here for modulation into the Zork's strip, my CV strip thing. We're going to sub those out with a couple of slothy slots. We're going to go the medium speed one on the red trace, and then the super slow guy on the purple. I plan on this stream being fairly long tonight, so if you're not into that kind of thing, be forewarned. But I do work in bursts. Actually, we can use a short cable for that and clean things up by approximately 0%. Thank you. Thank you, small cable. And you are the correct color, except for these two blue guys. There, now if we just sweep... This is post-delay, by the way. So the shimmer is coming out of that as well. I think for now, I'm going to turn the corruption down on this guy. All right. Well, that's lovely. We got gnome here. Yeah, we got gnome Chomsky in a way, doing his Chomsky thing. You know, just being casually brilliant. Okay, so my viewpoint on this is a little different than most people. I'm gonna say this right off. Most people are like, here's your case, use every bit of it, milk everything out of it. That's it. You're done. This is your instrument. I don't agree with that. I think the fact that it is modular means that literally every session that I do this, I could sit down and swap out a module or two. What's preventing that? What's preventing you from literally changing your instrument on a continual basis? Right? So part of that is the streaming. I love the fact that I have people watching me and enjoying what I'm doing. It flies my kite, if you know what I mean. It's great. And so that's a factor also, where I'm just like, hey, you're having a blast doing this, and you're learning a lot and growing a lot, and I am getting steadily better at this craft that I am doing here, right? Setting up basically huge multi-voice, I don't know, what do you want to call it, pieces? It sounds so snobby. But there's like not a good word. Blobs of music. So for me, yeah, the continual swapping out of modules is on purpose, and oh, like right now? Yeah, I have multiple options there, right? OBS, I can just do a hard drive recording of the audio as I do this. I almost never do. I don't know why. It's just laziness. I suppose it's because that would maybe commit me to another, another version of this, of like a next step. Like, oh, now I need to put out an album, which I need to do. It's bad. Okay. No, the next thing is the new setup, and then we're gonna work on that. That's the next goal here. It's not pipe dream of having it done for KnobCon is like no way. It's not gonna happen. So, anyways, but yeah, I also have the Zoom. I have this Zoom L20 here as my interface mixer thing. And it does hard drive, not hard drive, but SD card recording. So at any point, I can just go click and just hit record, be done. Oh, I still hear Gnome because he is on the reverb send still. Okay, bass. Do we want grim and evil, or do we want, I don't know, what do we want? I don't know. How do we generate it? That's the other question. You know. Also, why is this cable hooked up to an envelope? Goodbye. That guy's hooked up. That guy's actually no. I want to leave that hooked up because that is an end of fall out. That's giving me a randomness trigger for the water module there. Slow down our LFO bank there. Yeah, as does oh geez, who's the guy's name? Sam Prekop of the band Cake is a huge modular guy and has like albums out that are really cool. So yeah, high recommendation. Prekop. Okay, bass. How do we want it to sound? Is the number one thing. I could use the Z-Call for bass. That might be kind of cool. Okay, here's my question. Can we do a chance type of like faster? I think we can. Isn't that what this is? Let's just swap around a bunch of these chance types. Okay, there's what's happening? We could do some double ratchets. Obviously some skips would be okay. Skip to the next step. Skip to my loop. And then put a really loady a couple of times, and we'll just put this guy on random. Okay, now here's the thing. We're gonna not use white cables for this voice. Let's just not do that. And as a matter of fact, to be a complete anal retentive nerd about this, I'm gonna swap these blue guys out for white. It does help me visually. There's a lot of times where I can easily trace a voice just by the color, which is the whole point. Especially when I've got goofball lights and things going on, and so we have a signal going in there. It absolutely positively needs a filter and an envelope, and it needs a lot of gain. It's funny, my three polyphonic modules, the chainsaw, the demon core, and the dimension, they're all weak output signals. It's a little odd. Yeah. Well, and I do respect Deadmau5 even. I mean, he's got the fucking Hans Zimmer wall of modular, and uses it, Okay, yeah, we need like a bazillion times more gain, thanks. Okay, can we bring this whole thing down an octave also? Oh, maybe not. Okay. Two whole notes? Oh yeah, I made the gate length really short. That's what I was looking for right there. Okay, now I can actually change the internal VCA in the module itself, which is really nice. Let's do that. Oh, baby. give you more of that sound, just to kind of hear this oscillator. Okay, but that's without the warp enabled. In this case, it's just a folder. Ooh, gnarly! That's the sweet spot that I'm liking right there. Right around that point. Okay. Oh, nice, Nick. Dude, that sounds like a blast. Slow LFO on the wavetable scan. That's just naughty sounding right there. I'm actually going to turn the attack time up even more. So let's just turn everything up. Except for the sustain level. There. Okay, now we go into like the unison. And we do some fun. Detune. Now the thing is, this is a polyphonic oscillator. So let's add some fifths. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. It's rolling. You know what? You get also a Sloths, the super slow one, but we're gonna take it from nothing because the cable won't reach. Let's use a cool light up cable because they're cool and they light up. Oh my god. Yeah, just into the FM. Okay, I would like, I turned up all of these different things and I never turned up any probability because I'm a freaking nerd. Are you close to my level of joy with the melodicer, Nick? Is sequence range CD addressable? Is the question. No! Wah! Something is weird with the labyrinth, and it's the tuning and stuff, I'm sure. And it's really annoying me. Okay, this needs to be attended to. Hello? That's tuned to an F. There's your problem. There, and Precision Bings. Red Bull presents. Let's high pass this guy. Yeah. That's much more pleasant. Okay, and then... Okay. All right. So, yeah, that guy's good to go. Let's see. We need more stuff. I'm gonna do a weird chord track here. And it's basically gonna be like super duper slow or just like rare. So I'm gonna gate one of these, and that's it. And we're gonna turn this into an actual chord. Just a minor D minor chord. Just that one time. Just like whop, and that's literally what's gonna happen. It's gonna be like a whoop. But I like the idea of gate. Of just an occasional zap of some sort. Oh no, I'm dropping cables again. Oh no. Let's... cinnamon. How about that? That's got a good amount of input gain, although it is mono. Don't like mono. Don't like it. Go into a basic channel here. Yeah, okay, but what we need is like false. Oh, I'm doing the wrong controls, like a smart person. Yeah, so as short of a gate as I can get. I don't know why it's triggering twice. It's weird. It's being dumb. It's weird. Okay, well, let's actually just do this the easy way, though, and take a gate out from here into a thing that it won't reach, so we need... Jesus Lord. Jesus Lordy Lordy. Okay, and then this guy is going to go out into the cinnamon. And we can turn this down and turn the FM up. And flip the shape of D here, like so. Now. Yup, that's what we're looking for. Resonance up. Yup. Add a little bit of warp to it. Let's give it more of a ramp. Increase the time. About 5 seconds probably. Probably do the trick. Really want that zap. Oh. So then what I need to do is forget the VCA inside of the oscillator. Actually, I could just turn my gate time way up. never had a DX7. It was a revelation to learn that my CZ 5000 was basically like a type of FM almost. I think it was with John Sommerfeld or whatever. Or Sonnenberg. That's his name, I think. It's very true. I'll tell you what, this needs to be up an octave, I think. I hear it again. Yeah. Even more FM, actually. Well, there's a Reason instrument called the PX7 that's a direct copy of the DX7 and actually comes with all of its preset patches for like all of the DX instruments. So there's like 4,000 patches or something, which is ridiculous because most of them sound the same. But yeah. I never updated this Platts to that firmware. My OG one at home, I do. I don't use Platts very much. Definitely looking at that Procyon filter, by the way. Seems like it's right up my alley. Lots of input gain, crunchy distortion, and built-in VCA. Got all the stuff. Okay, so that's an element. That's a thing that's doing its thing. What else can we do? I would like a slow plinking arpeggio part. I think would be fun. Not that fast. Actually, let's decouple this thing from the clock. Yeah. It's just going to free float. Boom. Boom. E6. G5, A5, and then E6. So it's going to be 7 long there. Okay, and this is just going to be a nice, you know what it's going to be. It's going to be a sawtooth wave through a filter. Because it's the best sound that's ever existed. Just admit it already. We can have a better cable run. Just use the 860 because it's right there. It's the sound that we need. Yeah. It's a software instrument. The PX7 refill or a rack extension. Okay. That's doing its thing. Do we have enough juice to reach that with a short cable? I think maybe. I think I was wrong. Son of a. They call him Too Short Cable, 'cause his cable's too short. You can give that guy a little slothy sloth action. I have a crazy idea. I'm going to do this tomorrow, not tonight. Use the melodizer as like almost like a joystick. Put it up chromatic, no looping, and then just use it as like a continuously variable thing and inject it into here, so you can just like raise a bunch of filters at the same time just by like pushing up the range slider. Huh? I was thinking about getting a Tesseract Stonk also, which is a funky joystick, but it's also like a reverb and effects unit, and like I think it's got a compressor built in, and it's a weird module. Those words make me grin, Narth. Because I'm right there with you. And welcome. My favorite analog oscillator into a filter. Yes, into a filter. I guess we're sort of in 7 here. I guess. Kind of. Okay, we need to set up like a really nice tempo, like a chord change track now. And let's make this guy super slow. 4 whole notes. 2 whole notes. This needs to be chromatic because it is, we're gonna have problems. Okay, so that means I should have it affect my bass part also, which means I'm going to have to limit my bass part a little bit because right now it's playing some funky notes. Part 4, same thing, external source, pitch 5. Okay. There, we should start to hear some changing now. So let's go to part 7. So D's and A's I think are fine. Probably a C is okay. This B flat is not going to work though. We keep that on D. But we'll throw some more fifths in here. Yeah, that'll work. And then I can enable that external stuff. This needs to be a little bit slower, I think. Turn the volume up. What is that train horn? What? did want to put it on random. They're not synchronized. There it goes. Melodicer free too. Hey. That's right. Actually, I want to run this to the Aurora. Sloths into the rest of the melodizer so that it will sometimes just not play for a long time.
consistently, independently, without external control. Figure of the Enlightenment wrote extensively on intensification and development, and argued, I think,
And there's the Labyrinth playing B flat and E flat. Good job, Labyrinth. Like, dude, I set you on a minor scale. Meh. Anyways. Yeah, that developed pretty well. Melodicer filter control. I'm going to look into that probably tomorrow. Sounds like that would be kind of entertaining. Anyways, have a good night, y'all.